Hello everyone, it's Rich here, your novice guitarist friend. So this is an unboxing of a guitar that no one's interested in, except me. Sixth one of these I've had, because that's how stupid I am. I have guitars, I play it for a bit and I go, for whatever reason, and there can be many, I decide I don't want it, so I sell it. And then I think, oh, maybe again, and so it goes on. And I think I've done it with this guitar, maybe more than any other. Well, it depends. I've had 14 Squire Bullet straps, all different colours. But anyway, so you'll be asking why I bought this one of these again. When they first came out, they were $599, which I think is a bit too much really for this guitar. Then they dropped them down, and they were on sale at one point for $299. I bought one of those, as did Lucas. Hi Lucas, if you're watching. We bought this one for $299, which is ridiculous. I think this guitar is a $399, $449 kind of price bracket, really. And it's a super strat, obviously. And I bought it again because, well, this is my favourite colour in it. I don't have a Strat type guitar, and quite frankly, much as I've had loads of them, I don't think I'm particularly a Stratty sort of a guy. I don't really like a lot of the I like the neck pickup, and that's it. unless there's a humbucker and a bridge, so I don't like any of the other positions really. So, and as you know, I like my Chapmans. The Chapman thing going on. So Lucas, hello Lucas. I sold him my ML1 Pro Hybrid. This is the standard. A little while ago, he sold me his ML3 P90, which was the second one of those, the third one of those I had, and I sold it and I bought another one, different colour. And he's just had the ML3 Pro modern off me that I put in the video 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whatever it was. I just didn't like the neck, and I've had this back off him. And funny enough, whilst we were chatting, we were talking about the necks. The Pros seem to have chunkier necks. I don't like a chunky neck, too chunky for me. And the fingerboards aren't as rolled as the standards either. Strange. So I definitely prefer the standards. Okay, you don't get Seymour Duncan pickups, and there are some other spec things that obviously aren't as good, hence the Pros being more expensive. But I definitely prefer the standards. So that's what this is based on. Ooh, thank you, Lucas. That's the trem arm. One thing that's really nice about this particular model, or to me anyway, and this won't be for Steve Cassidy, hello Steve if you're watching, is the roasted maple neck on these is really dark. I like mine, but the roasted maple necks to be dark. That's just my preference. One thing I would say, it's well packaged, thank you again Lucas. I packaged mine well too, I hope you're happy with that. Is the side dots on these, I think Cassidy might mention this in one of his videos, are too dark really for the colour of the fretboard. It's got pushing trem arm. They should have done a different colour, and likewise the dots on the actual fretboard itself, which you'll see in a minute, are also dark, but black. So black against a really dark fretboard, not that helpful really. I think they should, on my back, stupid back, should have done a different colour. So, lovely wrap. Just get it over and I'll show you. And so they did this guitar in 3 colours. This is Carly Sunset. They did a wishy-washy marine blue. They did a sarsen something or other stone, which was the last one I had. Now, I've never had the sarsen stone. I looked at the pictures of it, I thought, I've really got to have that. And then when I had it, I realised I don't particularly like quilted looking tops. They just look a bit messy and busy. So this is my favourite colour. So I'm glad to have it back. Flipping at Lucas, I'm glad you packaged it well, but how do I get in? So this is my favourite colour. And I nearly bought this back off Lucas a little while ago. He was going to sell it and then he decided not to. But he finally decided, well, we did an exchange, didn't we? So yeah, so we finally let it go. So here we go. If I ever get in here, he's still there. That would be not. I wouldn't be. I'd be long gone. I'd be like, Jesus Christ, that's boring. Careful there. Mind your fingers and mind the paint finish, Richard. There are, yes, I remember this. That is a pretty colour. That is a pretty colour. And as Lucas plays in the band, this has probably been gigged. as well. I'm sure he's told me if it has or not. I don't know. So he's just set it back up for me as well. It's got some new strings and oh, here we go. He sets it to float for me as well. Yeah, nice. We'll send some pictures of it. It hasn't got the back plate on it at the moment. Couldn't find it. It's going to send it on to me. Nearly there. Nearly there. Nearly there. Nearly there. Finally there. Right. Give that a wipe. One little dink here. Gigging dinked. There's knobby knobs. Yeah, so let's get a bit closer to you. So hopefully you can see why I like that colour. I think that's pretty. It's my favourite colour in this. And this is the really dark looking roast look. That's how I like my roasty maple necks to look on there. And he's put some Graphtec string trees on it. That's a nice touch. And as with all Chapmans, you get a tusk nut anyway. And there we go. Those are those lovely rolled fretboard edges on the standard series. Frets are polished as well. Nickel, which I prefer. Not as keen on stainless steel. Just starting to show the tiniest little bit of fretwear here and there, which is nice. Proper guitar that's been played. It's got my favourite strap buttons, which Chapmans do. The mushroom ones, I like those. There's the back. Well, it's nice that the plate's off. You get a full-size block on all your Chapmans, and the plastic covers are recessed, so they're flush, which is a Rabea thing. I thought it was a Rob Chapman thing, but Rabea apparently that's what he liked. And you've got your high access neck joint here. It's a mahogany body, and got did this have a push pull on it? Was that just no? I don't think it did it. Yeah, 5-way switch, 9.5 inch radius. You'll like that, Steve. And then this reveal binding. So now the other thing that Lucas and I have both got going on with secondhand Chapmans is realism on their value as a secondhand guitar. So many people put Chapmans up for too much, especially the Pro series. So I sold Lucas the Pro Modern for the 400 that I paid for it, which is about right really. I sold my Pro Traditional ML3 recently for 450, and when I put that on the Chapman users website, people are like, well, that's cheap, what's wrong with it? This kind of thing. I'm like, nothing's wrong with it. That is really what they're worth. People put them up for 500 or 600 pounds. You just don't get that. You know, Chapmans get about 45% of their original value, generally speaking. So this one came off Lucas for 225. So they were at about 450 for a while. So arguably, you know, this is slightly less, obviously, than 45% value. But I know Lucas paid 299 for it, so maybe he's thinking that. But also realistically, one of these, you know, if you put it on eBay, you can absolute max to sort of 300, but not really. Probably 250, maybe 260. Then by the time you paid your fees to eBay, you're down to 220 anyway. So that's the right kind of price. So yeah, but honestly, if it's got a nice weight to it, if you can get your hands on one of these, if you know, I appreciate not reverse headstocks aren't for everyone, but if you're after a sort of a super stratty with a nice roasted neck, this is a good guitar. I think the weak point on here, and something I might change at a later point, is not the bridge pickup, which is 15k, really umphy. It's these two single coils from memory are a bit weak. I need a bit, yeah. So maybe change for slightly better ones. Anyway, there we go. Another Chapman.